We'll see, right?
Yeah, we will see.
I mean, who could top that, Trace?
Let's see. Antonio Brown gets there soon enough. Let's see what happens. He's been known to do so.
Out in Napa? What could he do?
Just,
stomp on grapes.
Exactly right.
Truck bed rolling into camp.
Grape lady. That's it.
Pop out a barrel of wine.
Yes, welcome to our show. We're a little excited. Training camp is here. This is Good Morning Football live in New York City, Thursday, July 25th. That is Peter Schrager, Kyle Brandt, D'Angelo Hall. I'm Kay Adams, and this is the lead block.
Lead block, grape lady.
Let's do it, and let's start right here on the East Coast with our very own Judy Batista. She is live in Florham Park, New Jersey, to talk Jets with us this Thursday morning. We are just moments away from them taking the field, and I understand that Sam Darnold met with reporters yesterday. What does the quarterback hope to see from his team out there?
Sam Darnold did talk to us yesterday. Kay, let's first start with what Sam Darnold sees in himself. He says he is in the latter stages of learning this new offense. Of course, this is the second offense he's had to learn in the NFL. He says he's got the nuts and bolts down. And what he wants to see from his offense when they get on the field today is communication. He wants to see that everybody knows what the protections are. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Let's be honest, they haven't had a ton of time together with this new offense. Minicamp was just 2 days. He hasn't been on the field a whole lot with Le'Veon Bell, who's going to be such a critical piece of the offense. Darnold did have some throwing sessions in California with some of his receivers. He said he thought that really helped. He says it always helps just to get to know guys even off the field. But certainly he's going to be looking to getting the timing down. He wants them executing at a high level, even in this very first week of camp, okay?
Judy, Darnold's a huge deal here, but Adam Gase might be an even bigger role in this season for the Jets. How's he handling the pressure of coming out of the Miami situation to here being with the Jets and already here in playoff expectations?
You know, he has been so high energy. You hear from everybody here in the building about the energy level, the confidence, the excitement, the anticipation. And Gase was really honest. He said, look, you know, I can deal with all of this. He just wanted to get on the field. Let's hear what he had to say about how he handles the pressure.
The only pressure I feel is the pressure I put on myself. I mean, I put more pressure on myself than anybody's going to. I have my personal expectations of what I want from this team, and it's probably, I don't know what it is compared to everybody else. And these guys are going to come in here and work. And we're going to do everything we can to make sure that when this season goes, we're progressively getting better. And that's our goal. We're going to play meaningful games in the end of November and December. That's what we're going to do.
You guys know Jets fans love to hear that. They have not played a meaningful game late in the season in 4 years. They haven't made the playoffs in 8 seasons. It's been a long wait. Jets fans are ready for this team to get on the field.
And I loved hearing Gase talk about meaningful games late in the season as being his goal immediately this year. Thank you so much, Judy Batista, live from Florham Park, New Jersey, with the Jets set to take the field for practice. We'll be with you all day long here on NFL Network. Back here in studio, you brought up Adam Gase, very intriguing character. Striggs, I got to tell you, the more I think about how this is going to work, the more I like the fact that he's the head coach of a New York team. Because when you talk about pressure and external forces, and you talk about Sam Darnold giving advice to Daniel Jones and saying, don't make headlines, be quiet. Like, I don't think Adam Gase gives a bleep about what anybody out there with a microphone has to say or write about him.
No, and then you mentioned the 2 months, November, December, you're talking about significant football. And even putting that out there gives Jets fans a good feeling of, wait a second, we haven't had those type of games in years. I mentioned weeks before that Adam Gase was growing out this beard. He's been in the lab. The beard looks good on him, I think. And the reason he's growing it out, it feels like, is because it's a new him, new era, and maybe a new Jets era as well. I love the combination of Gase and Darnold. Gase makes the point that he's never had a young quarterback to groom. Tannehill had already been groomed by other quarterbacks. Cutler was never that guy. And go back to Peyton Manning. This is the first time that he can really take from the ground up, and there's so much to like about Darnold. I think Gase is saying the right things. I don't think he's scared of the New York media. I think the New York fans who are early kind of combative with him, Jets fans are already saying, wait a second, he might be our kind of guy. There's a lot to like about the Jets right now, and they haven't even stepped foot on the field.
What do you think, D'Angelo?
Adam Gase, he puzzles me as a
okay. Yeah, I believe it.
As a player going into a locker room, I don't know how I would perceive him. He seems to be saying all the right things, and I think some of those guys, especially some of those free agent guys that he handpicked and brought to that organization will get behind him. But it's some of those other guys who've been on that roster that it's a Jamal Adams and some of those other guys that he has to win over. And, I think he will, but I still – I feel like the jury's still out on him. And so I know you love him, but I'm still like, he has to show me a little bit more. And so he is saying all the right things, but you better be cautious. That New York media is a beast of its own.
Does it help that he's part of the Beard Squad, though?
It does help he's part of the Beard Club. I would love for him to throw the brim up a little bit more. Let me see you. I mean, you the head coach of the New York Jets. Like,
Own it.
Own it. Yeah, own it.
Football-wise, I think the pressure on him, it's a fake pressure. It comes from the media machine. Like, in the football, guys, let's be honest. If the Jets go 8-8 this year and Sam Darnold shows improvement, yay! Yes. That's great. Yeah. Next year, there'll be a lot of pressure, but this year, it's very low. I will say this. We're all underselling it. That beard is fantastic. That is a great beard. I'm looking at him differently now because you know what? People want to say he's crazy. And instead of trying to just shirk that thing and get away from it, lean into it. So I'm going to grow out this beard. I hope he shows up with a monocle and a scepter and a hairless cat. I don't care. And I will tell you this, Adam Gase. I'm going to tell you how to do your job right now. You know the football? Don't you dare shave that thing. That works for you. Some people can't pull it off. Some people can. Mr. Johnson, if Gase shaves that thing, fire him. That is the best decision he has made since he started. That beard works. Now, Le'Veon Bell, as we know, his running back, got a lot of work in Pittsburgh. He had a lot of time off. He's been watching Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, over and over. But Mr. Gase, bearded or not, has a different plan for what he's going to do with Le'Veon and handle that workload. What do you got to say, bearded?
He'll be fine. He'll jump right in there. He's in good condition, so he'll be all right. He's a football player. He's done this for a long time, so he's been training all spring, all summer, in a very, very hot climate. We'll be smart. He's not going to walk out of this camp with the most reps he's ever had. We'll find that line. We'll find what the balance is. It's going to be communication a lot of time. We have an idea going in, and then if we got to adjust that plan, we will.
That thing's like Kimbo Slice's old beard. It's amazing. Guys, we hear pitch count. We think of Mark Pryor, Kyle Hendricks, Kerry Wood. But what do we think, not only as a pitch count, but maybe looking around the league, number 34, looking around the league, is there anybody else you're like, pitch count this person, protect him, save him? Adams, what do you think?
This is a great poster board for how we should treat high-volume running backs in our league. I think your Saquons, your Le'Veons, anybody who's going to carry the ball 350 times or touch the ball that to 400 times a year, absolutely put them in a little bubble wrap. They know what they're doing. And once the regular season comes, you just want to save their legs. It seems like a really smart idea what they're doing over there.
Yeah, coaches feel like they have to run you into the ground. Like, if I'm a running back, I know how to hit this hole, coach. I don't need all those reps. And sometimes in training camp, they want to give you a whole lot of reps. So I would say, even Oakland Raiders is a team that I would like to see. They have a nice young running back, a new toy. John, don't beat them up too much.
But what about
slow it down?
Pass protection, though. That's the thing where I do want them to run him into the ground.
Yeah. And when you talk about a really good complete back, they have to be able to pass protect. They have to be able to do some of those things, catch the ball out the backfield. But to me, it's when they're running the ball constantly that they're taking all of these hits. Pass protection, that's part of the game.
Yeah. Do that.
Absolutely.
Can I break the fourth wall for a moment? I'm conflicted with this one because on the business and what's good for me side of it, I don't want any pitch count. I want to see these guys all summer. We're talking about football all August. We got preseason football we got to hype and we got to talk about. And on the other side of it, last year I was with the Rams for their preseason games in August, and they didn't play a single offensive or defensive starter for any of those preseason games. And they went on to the Super Bowl and had a completely healthy roster to start the season. So the truth of the matter is, what's good might be saran wrap and bubbles and all
peanuts,
that.
Packing peanuts.
And just put them away. But what's good for me personally? Well, I'd like to see all of them.
Why risk injury and then them not playing? Doesn't that give you some sort of intrigue on what they are, and you can sort of...
Peter, I submit this to you. I understand what you're saying. August is tough to get through, but we got it through June and July. It's fine. I'd rather that than not have a star player in October, November. Listen, I remember where I was physically when Michael Vick broke his leg in the preseason. Yeah. More recently, Odell goes down in the preseason. I don't want anybody out there. Give the rookies some work. makes me so nervous this time of year. Our little assets, our little toys are out there for nothing. Week 1, let's go. But right now, bubble wrap season SZN.
Quickly before we break, what was the most dreaded drill for you in training camp, which are kicking off across the country today? Like the one that you were just like, nope. They call them gassers running.
Yeah, sure.
Probably the conditioning test. Oh, my God.
Everyone's terrified of it.
We had 300-yard shuttles, and they broke it down into 25-yard, which means you got to turn every 25 instead of normally it's 50 yards.
Yeah.
Oh.
Did you ever fail?
No, I didn't. I never failed, but one year we saw Albert Haynes.
Oh, I remember.
Forget about it.
Run it about 12 times.
I remember.
Yeah, going
So is Big Ben out there running that?
Nah, he got the veteran.
Well, we'll see. Pittsburgh does report today. We're going to get our first look at the new look. Steelers will be there. We'll be everywhere on Good Morning Football this morning. We'll have interviews later on the network today, so keep it here. And yes, there's Brady. Well, could the Pats repeat because of